There is no denying that driving in the bush, just being in the bush generally, is some of the most fun you can have on four wheels. That much is pretty much a fundamental truth. However, there are a couple of downsides, like you need to clean the car, and I honestly don't enjoy cleaning the car because I enjoy the way it looks with the mud. Goodbye, oh you beautiful mud. Goodbye. Let's assess the damage. Oh, it's horrid. It's so clean. Disgusting. I realised that last week, in last week's vlog, I did not at all address how yoga went that week. Last week actually went really well. I completed 3 out of 5 days, which is pretty good. Granted, those 3 days were sequential, and then there were 2 days at the end of the week when I didn't do it. This week, not so good. I don't think I've done it. I did it one day this week. I don't really have an excuse for it. I just got lazy and sort of unmotivated and undriven. We've had a lot of stuff, like it's just been a busy week with home and well-being, and I just didn't have the motivation to find the time to do it, so didn't do it. But the reason I forgot to mention it last week was because I was just having so much fun being back out in the bush and exploring. I was so excited to put that vlog together and make it that, well, I left it all until Sunday, which was like the day after that adventure. And I was just so excited to be typing along and solving it out. So excited to be on Premiere Pro and editing it all out that I completely forgot about the yoga stuff. So this week will be the last week of June. There are 2 days left, the 29th and the 30th. I plan on doing yoga on both of those days just to finish the month strong. And then we need to look at what we're going to do next month. I want to keep going on improving the physical well-being aspect of my personal life at the moment, so I think it'll be probably something to do with a gym routine, and I'm going to try and incorporate yoga into that. I've really enjoyed it now that I've got into it, but I just need to find time, I think, and like a structured practice, because at the moment, like, I'm kind of doing, if my wife was doing it with me, then we were doing a postnatal one. If the kids were doing it, we were doing like a kids yoga. And then if I was doing it on my own, I was doing a completely different kind of yoga. And I think if I'm going to try and get it into my daily routine, I need to have, this is the one I do all the time, and then make exceptions for that. So I'm going to try and add that into next month. Went on an excellent little adventure this weekend. It was just me and Nino the Great down to a place we call the Ravine. Don't know if it has an actual name. It is literally just a ravine that's about 30 meters deep into the earth. Opens up to the ocean. Beautiful little spot. There's like a ladder shackled to the to the rock wall at the very start of the ravine, and then there's a rope that you kind of rappel down. Don't know how old that rope is. Probably shouldn't trust it as much as we do, but we went down there. I think we got down there at like 4:45 or 5 or something yesterday morning. Had a little fire to ourselves and just chilled. I tried to take some photos of the sunrise through the ravine, and that was the entire purpose of going to that particular spot, but it just didn't work. The sunrise was not, you know, some big glorious colourful sunrise like I was expecting and like they normally are on this side of the world. So, you know, but all in all, awesome trip. We're going to try and add on to it in a couple of weeks and see if we can't camp down there, which I'll try and take you guys along, because the one thing I did neglect to do is shoot any footage, but those 2 photos that I've already shown you, that's it. We just spent the rest of the day walking around the national park, and it wasn't for a lack of opportunity. There were tons of, like, the waves were crashing spectacularly against the rocks, and normally we would take photos out in the splash of the waves, and we just didn't do it. Normally I'd try and fly the drone and get some sort of, cinematic coastal B-roll. Just decided not to do it. Don't really know why, but we just had a good day walking around, so it is what it is. Unfortunately, it leaves me a little starved for content this week, so that's going to be it. I have started a new thing on Wednesday. I don't know if you saw it this week, but you should. It's a summary of all the stuff I'm doing on TikTok. At the moment, what I'm doing is daily lessons on Chinese character construction, so how to write Chinese characters. Going to start off super duper basic, so the last couple of weeks have been, basic words like you, me, good, things like that. And they'll continue to get more complicated, I suppose, as the language does, as you're learning it. But if you're at all interested in Chinese language or Chinese characters, definitely watch the videos on a Wednesday. Scoot on over to my TikTok to get them earlier. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Peace, bye.